Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I am here with my September layout for sketches in Thyme, and I'm going to be working with this sketch right here. This was designed by Bev Code, and this month Kimberly actually sent us some products to work with, so I'm going to be working with those today. These are all products from the Close to My Heart Zoe line. I do not have the entire line, but I do have bits and pieces from it, so I'm going to be using a majority of that today. I do pull one or two things from my stash, but not very much. Okay, so I'm going to use this coral piece of cardstock, which is from the Close to My Heart line, and I'm going to use that to back my pictures here. I have 3 pictures from a circus that we went to earlier this year, and I have one 4x6, and then the other 2 I cut down to be 4x4s to go along the bottom. So I am just going to go ahead and get those backed. I really love the color of that coral paper, it's so pretty. And then I have these other papers here to work with as well, and I decided to go ahead and stick with the kind of corally theme. So I'm going to use this as my background. This is kind of like a brown grid pattern almost, and I'm going to cut out the middle of it because I really like that pattern. So this is me trying to stay on a straight line. I'm trying to follow the line. I do pretty good until I think the last one, and then it's like, nope. So, yeah, but I'm cutting out the center of it because I do want to use this paper on another project because I really just like it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this cut out, and got that out, and I'm going to just clean up those edges right there on the piece I cut out so I don't have to worry about it later. But then I'm going to take the coral polka dot paper and I'm going to cut it down a little bit and use that as the top layer for my background. And again, both of these papers are from Close to My Heart as well. So I'm going to go ahead and run my HEG along all the sides here. And I'm also going to run it along the outsides of the top paper here. Since I have that hole in the middle, I want to make sure it's going to stick good. Okay, so that's going to complete my background. I'm going to go ahead and keep my pictures here. In the sketch, there's actually, the pictures are at an angle, but I'm going to go ahead and keep everything straight. I don't do well with angles that much, so I kind of do what I know here. So I prefer to have everything straight, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that. These products here are also from the Close to My Heart Zoe line, so I'm just taking everything out so I can see what I want to use. And I end up using most of this, actually. These letter stickers are from Basic Gray, so these were not sent to me, but they were in my stash, but I needed something for a title, so this color just goes really well with the rest of the layout. And my title is going to be Clovis Circus. And this circus was, I believe it was in February of this year, and we're fairly new to, well, we've lived here for about a year now, a little over a year, so we were still a little bit new in town when this circus came, so we decided to take the girls, and we had like some free tickets for them, and we were actually really surprised because we do not live in a big town. It's a very small town, but the circus that came here was actually pretty good. We were impressed. Okay, so I had a little vellum heart that says love you with little banners on it, so I put that up in the corner of the picture with my tiny attacher, and that is from Close to My Heart. And I'm going to take this glitter tape from Close to My Heart and cut little fishtails on either end, and I'm going to put that underneath where my title is going to go. And it is self-adhesive, but you have to pull off a plastic part on the back to get it to stick down. And I'm going to go ahead and put my letter stickers down here. I punched them out of the cardboard there, so once you take the backing off them, that's when they're sticky. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And in the picture up there is my husband and my older daughter, Kaylin, and then my father-in-law as well. And then myself and my younger daughter, Layla, were there too. but that was kind of the best picture we got there. And then the ones on the bottom are obviously of the acts, 2 of the acts that were there. Okay, so I used some of these banner stickers here. The one on the bottom says today was fantastic, and then there was one that says wow, and I put that next to the fire breather because that was my favorite part of it. I also have this little journal card that says don't forget the details, and I'm just doing some journaling about how we were actually really impressed with the quality of the circus that came to our small little town here. And all these stickers are from the Close to My Heart Zoe line. And I'm watching TV. I think I'm watching Bloodlines in this one. I have since finished the first season of Bloodlines, and it was really, really good. Oh my goodness, very intense. But Kyle Chandler's in it, and I just adore him. So if you've seen Friday Night Lights, you know why. You know why I adore him. Okay, so I also have these little glitter triangles from Close to My Heart, and I'm going to use all of them actually. I have 6 small ones and 6 large ones, and I'm going to use all of them up here. And I'm trying to get them straight. They're a little bit difficult to get straight. I don't know why. I think it's me, but I'm trying to go from darkest to lightest and kind of do that, and then I'll do the larger ones up on top here, and I will do the same thing. The larger ones were a little bit easier to maneuver, but I like the way it turned out. So I also have this little banner here from Close to My Heart, and I'm going to use that to put the date on there. I don't have the exact date, or maybe I did. No, I didn't actually. I was looking back at my calendar. I didn't have the exact date. For some reason I didn't write it in my calendar, so I just put February 2015 because that's when it was. So I went ahead and stamped that on there, and I'm going to put that there. And I used an Amy Tangerine roller date stamp, and I think it says oh hello before it on the date as well. These 2 large gems are from Close to My Heart, and they have arrows and hearts on them. So I went ahead and used both of those up. I think the smaller one has a flower on it actually. I also have this large sticker here that has a star in the middle, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in the corner just to kind of highlight the little wow banner there. And that's going to complete my layout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you check out the Sketches in Time blog, because if you participate in the sketch challenges, then you can be eligible to win some prizes. So make sure you go check it out. I'll have a link in the description. And once again, here's the sketch. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.